G'day mates and welcome back. Now last episode we failed to launch our Vostok program. Our Vostok launcher failed to properly re-enter and has unfortunately lost a little bit of reliability, quite a fair bit, about 8 or 9% worth of reliability I think. I've forgotten the exact number, but that's quite a hit, quite a setback. So I think what we're going to do is, 84, nearly 85 is a pretty acceptable number. So I'm going to just fire it up again and hope for the best. So let's send up the Vostok one more time. We're going to do an uncrewed orbital flight test. We don't actually risk anything other than a tiny amount of prestige. So we'll give it a shot. We'll get all our people back in. We've got Pushkin, our top level flight director, and all our other good people. We do lose a significant chunk of money that I was hoping to use for opening some other programs or possibly hiring new people, because we do need to get a whole bunch more mission control. Let's have a look what we've got here. Okay, your crewed spacecraft. Good stuff. Let's see what we've got open now. Probably get you guys onto the Soyuz. But we do need to get this docking system done, and we do need the EVA to be done. But for the time being, I think we'll start. Actually, what we'll do, we'll get our A team onto the Soyuz. We'll get our Greg Howe can lead that one up, and then these guys can jump on there. Now it's only going to be 4.6%. That's pretty low. Whereas you're only adding 0.3. You're adding a fair bit. You're adding a significant amount. You would be more effective down here. Now we do need an EVA person as well. I believe we're training. Yeah, we're bringing in a whole bunch of new people so we can stick them on to EVA training in the near future. You are probably going to be heading up into space soon. I'm going to keep training your EVA because you're very good with that. And here, we're actually going to want more people. Can I hire anyone else? Let's have a look. And I'll get another chance next season to hire more, so I'll only be taking the very best. 91 and young is good. 95 and youngish. 96 and a little bit older. You're not too bad. You're a little bit expensive, but I'll take you. Keith Trinkle. Again, that's an odd name for a Soviet space program, so this could well be a traditional NASA person. Again, I don't know. And I was actually going through old footage. I did notice that Yuri Gagarin was in the first episode as a cosmonaut. I could have hired him, and I didn't even notice him. So that is unfortunate. He was historically the first man to ever go into space. So could have hired the real fella. Too bad he missed out. It didn't happen in this timeline. He was not skilled enough. And I'm going to train you, Ms. Jepson, in that one there. Level you up. And let's have a quick look over our programs. Zond is progressing well, I believe. Let's have a look at it. It is leveling up quite well. Getting a little bit difficult, but it's not too bad. 71, another maybe 3 turns. I think we'll be able to launch that. It really depends on the rocket here. Proton K. When we've got the Proton K up to snuff, I will be getting rid of the lunar booster. For now, there may be a couple of things we could still use it for. A couple of unmanned launches and whatnot. So how much is it costing me? It's costing me 300 per turn, per season. These other ones are expensive too, but 300's not much in the grand scheme of things. I'll keep it on just until I've got the Proton K up to a higher level. Then I can dump this one off, and all further launches can be done using the Proton K if anything comes up. Well, with that, let's cut off to the next season and see how our launch goes. Yep, Zond is getting there. Proton K is really ticking over very slowly. Same with the Soyuz. Although you're going up much better. The Igla. Okay. Again, I will not talk through this one. Let's go.
Параметры системы управления ракетоносителя в норме. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая. Параметры конструкции ракетоносителя в норме.
Well, that worked. Good stuff. So we now have a vehicle that can successfully go into orbit and return. It's given us a good solid upgrade, and the Vostok booster is also picking up. Our people here are leveling up a little bit, although our booster lady, actually these two are really very skilled, not leveling up at all. Okay, what do we got here? Nothing major. Increase morale, even better. Good. Let's have a look at the people we've got here. Who do we have who's best at? Oh wow, you're very good, mate. You're awesome. I'm actually going to train you probably once, maybe even twice. You're good at space probes, although I'd like to get at least 2 people onto EVA suits. They take a long time to go. You know what? I'm going to get 3 people onto EVA suits because I'd like them to catch up. We can retrain them later if required. Currently we need... yeah, we need more space probe people, 1 more space probe. And even more crewed spacecraft wouldn't hurt. Let's have a look what we got over here. Actually, what are our best human-rated rocket people actually doing right now? They are training. It's fine. So I could get 1 more person onto human-rated rockets. So I've got 5 there. You will be my best one there. So you train on human-rated rockets. Actually, don't come back to me until you're above 80, 85. You can... well, you go space probes, and you can go for crewed spacecraft. Actually, I will set continuous, probably only 2 or 3 turns, but come to above 85 as well. And then come back to me and we'll do something with you. You are very good. May as well keep getting that up there. And you are probably worthwhile getting EVA up as well. No, I shouldn't have done that because I wanted to launch. I was stupid, I had that fully planned out. What I want to do is cancel that, it's a waste of money. And you are cancelled as well. I need you to, because what we're going to be doing this time is launching a crewed Vostok. We're going to do an orbital crewed flight. We're going to do the Vostok booster. It is... it's not at max reliability, but it is at max R&D reliability. So there is no way we can research this anymore. We only have to use it to make it better. That's all we've got. We'll assemble this up. We're going to put our best candidates in. You can see here, Teresa Lara, can't even read that, Laranova, is going to be using our best leadership person. That's her there. So everyone else is in. We've got our best team here, our A team, and our cosmonaut, Maria Lempiskaya. And she's going to be using a lot of skills. She won't be using science at all, and she won't be using EVA. So all her... She's using the 3 highest skills, which is very good. That's what we need. So I'm going to confirm that, and hopefully we don't kill her next mission. You are good at mission operations. I'm going to train you up in crew and payloads now as well. Get them both above 90. And let's have a look what we've got here. Those are all proceeding nicely. Okay, let's head on to the... No, let's have a look one more time. I'd like to grab some more people for the new year. 93, Jim Power. Again, anyone with a non-Russian name strikes me as a fairly obvious real NASA person. Otherwise they shouldn't be showing up here. So Jim Power, you may well be a famous person. There's probably more of them, and there's probably some Russian ones here that I'm just not recognising. And I do apologise for that. I actually do get a few Russian viewers, so sorry for not knowing much about your history. And 93... You're young and pretty good and reasonably trainable, so I'll take you on. You are the same, so I'll take you. I need 5 total. Well, I can take up to 5. But none of you really strike me as particularly good. You are pretty trainable, Michael, and you've got, again, got that Western name, so you may well be a historical person. So I'll bring you on board. Excuse me. Alrighty, well, let's head off. Let's launch. And again, hope we don't kill anyone. Okay, what have we got here? Zonda 5 is up. Proton K is gradually getting there. One more turn I think we'll have you, but we do need to get that Proton K up before I'd risk launching it. The Soyuz is, well, it's creeping up there. And that one's good as well. It'll probably slow down when it gets as high as the Soyuz. Okay, this is a pretty important flight, so I'm going to probably talk through this one. I'm going to play it at normal speed. We can lose a lot of prestige if we're not careful. And we're going to gain a fair bit as well. So this is a very hit or miss sort of a mission. So let's go.
Параметры системы управления ракетоносителя в норме. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая. Параметры конструкции ракетоносителя в норме. Настроение бодрое, самочувствие отлично, продолжаем.
Beautiful, perfect landing. And that's it, we've done it. We have successfully used our little one-man, this is the equivalent of the Mercury capsule that the Americans used, the Vostok. And we gained 2 badges from it, which is a fair bit of prestige. 1800 just there, plus the additional bit from actually doing the mission. Brilliant. Okay, they have actually done the orbital extended duration flights, so they're training to send people out to the moon. We have not done that just yet. Obviously there are a lot of things you need to consider. There's the build-up of CO2, you've got additional food and water concerns, waste management. There are a lot of things to think about, along with the health of the astronauts, mental and physical health, as you stick them in a tiny little tin can for a lengthy period of time. I think it takes about 4 days to get to the moon. Although that might be there and back, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, that was a successful launch. Now we do have... Now the thing to remember is, she's now out resting. However, Teresa Laranova didn't do much. She sat in a desk chair and relayed information through. So she's actually not that tired. And she's fine. Now, if we look at this, we could actually go... and could start doing these other flights. The other option would be a joint launch and orbital flight. Now we haven't done this before. This would be a huge achievement. This would be the step towards rendezvousing. Being able to rendezvous in orbit is very, very difficult. Joint manned launch and extended duration level 1. So we're combining two things into one here. And yeah, we do need the extended duration before we can do 2. What I think I'll do is I'll wait one more term, in which case he will have finished training, she will have finished resting, and Teresa will be ready to Capcom again. And then we can do a joint launch. I think that is the way we're going to do it, in which case we're not going to train anybody here either. Provided that they're all... Okay. People who are not skilled, we are going to train. Dennis, you don't have a family name. That's interesting. Just Dennis. Okay. G'day, Dennis. You are pretty good at trajectory in GNC, so I'll train you up to 85. You can be a multi-purpose person who will fill in any gaps we need. You can be a systems person. Again, go up to 85. You're good, you're good. You, Jenny Keniston, make you a crew and payloads. I don't know how many we'll need, but get up to 85. And Keith Trinkle, you're very good at mission operations. In you go, to 85. Now, some of these people will eventually form our B team and we'll be able to do multiple launches in one season, and we'll do perhaps the less important ones with the B team, ones that don't have astronauts in them. Double check that everyone is... Yep, and Xenia, welcome back. You may well be needed in the next thing. We'll have a look. We'll see how that goes. Our scientists here have finished training. We have human rated. Brilliant. Let's have a look at our rocket programs here. Now, we actually don't have any human-rated rockets, so what we're going to do is spend some of our money to... What do we need for the Soyuz into Earth orbit? Well, there's a lot of programs we can do here. An orbital flight will require... Yep, thank you. Will require the Soyuz booster at least. We could go to, say, the Proton KD, which is a human-rated Proton K, and we're going to get a big bonus from the fact that we already have the Proton K fairly well researched. The alternative is the Soyuz booster is just an upscaled Vostok, and we already again know how to use the Vostok, so we could just... And then of course these ones, we have a bit of a working knowledge, but they're getting harder and harder. That is the biggest rocket in the entire game. I think it's actually bigger than the Saturn V, and you can launch anything on this. It is massive. So yeah, it can take 600 tons into orbit, into a suborbital thing, 200 tons into orbit. That is a massive, massive rocket. What's the question? Do we go for the Proton KD or do we go for the smaller one? Now this one could well take something to the moon as well. It can actually do a translunar injection. This one cannot. 1,000 maintenance versus 750. You know what, I'm actually going to go the Proton KD. It's the same reliability at the beginning, although we can actually R&D this one up to a higher level. And this one won't be able to R&D quite as much, but I think that getting this proton KD up will be important, because it will segue into some of these ones down here quite nicely. And of course we've got to look at time. We've only got 5 years to get to the moon. We are running out of time. So I'm actually going to go for the proton KD. And for that we're going to go management. And I need to put my best people on this one. Okay, looking good. I'm going to wait one more turn for our astronauts to come back, and then we'll launch. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait. Okay, the proton KD, oh, that's growing very slow. It's going to take a long time. But again, this one's taking a long time to grow as well, so that's not really a concern just yet. Proton K is good, and the Zond 5 is getting there. I think the Zond 5 is ready to launch. All we're waiting now is for the Proton K to probably get over 80%, which is a few more turns. Come to rest, that's good. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a quick look while we're here. I'd like to have a look. We have another 10 turns remaining, and we need 35,000 prestige. So we're nearly there. We are very nearly there. Let's double check our prestige options. We're going to be... the joint launch of this one will be giving us 3.5. Shouldn't have gone back quite that far. The Zond 5 will be giving us 2.5. Wrong one. Getting there. And the Soyuz will give us a huge amount. That'll give us what we need. So we really need to work on getting the Soyuz up and running. To do that though, do we need... no, we don't need the spacesuits just yet. So spacesuits will be coming down the EVA down here. Definitely for that one. Docking with crew transfer, and I think the EVA flight duration, EVA duration there, that'll also require spacesuits. Interesting. Anyway, let's have a look at launching the joint launch here. We can send this up. This will be 3,500 if we do indeed succeed. It's also going to be a very expensive launch. It's going to be 3,500 for that, 3,500 for that rocket, and again those are $1,000 each just in unit cost. This is a very expensive mission. We will assemble that now. Let's put our best people into here, and oh wow, look at the time. I didn't realise how long this episode has gone for. So what we're going to do is come back next episode and go through and finish this off. So I've been Blxz, this has been Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager. Take care, and I'll see you next time.